Joints January day 3. Today we're going to be training the ankle joint. I want you to grab onto something like a rack or a post, something that can give you some support. And you're going to be placing left leg behind the right, pushing the right knee over the toes. And you're either going to be getting a stretch at the back of your ankle and calf. If that's the case, I want you to push your knee in front of the toes until that tissue on the back of your ankle is restricting you. If you feel this in the front of your ankle, I want you to stop once you feel that pinch in the front of the ankle and then back off a little bit. Okay? This is an active position, so I'm actively trying to push my knee over my toes. Again, unless you're feeling that front of the ankle pinch. But I'm using a little amount of effort. I'm not trying to push as hard as I can. I'm going what I consider a 3 out of 10. You can rest your hands on the post, on your knee. It's not too big of a concern. We're going to spend about 15 more seconds in this position. Pressing the knee right over the toes. I'm feeling it in the back of my calf. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to alter the position of my thigh or my knee at all. I'm going to start to push down my toes into the floor. That whole front of the foot is pushing down. My heel's not coming up. It's like I'm hitting a gas pedal. And I'm going to hold this contraction for the next 30 or so seconds. So pushing all the toes down. That front of the foot feels like it's pushing down into a gas pedal. My heel's staying on the ground. And I'm doing this at about a 3 or 4 out of 10, or a light contraction. 15 more seconds. Still pushing into the ground. Consistent amount of pressure throughout. 5, 3, 2, slowly back off. 180. Take the right leg back. Push the left knee over the left toes. And this one I feel it a little bit more in the front of my ankle, so I'm just going to back off a little bit. So now I'm not feeling any pinch in the front of my ankle. I'm going to hold this position. It's still active because I'm having to support myself with the muscles of my thighs. My ankle joint, my calf are still active. But I'm not pushing too far forward. And in this case, when I'm feeling the front of the ankle, I'm not pushing into it at all. If you're feeling the back of your calf, feel free to push into the stretch a little bit. I'd say a 3 out of 10. About 15 more seconds in this position. I'm going to try to drop into it a little bit more. Not really feeling it in the front of my ankle anymore. I'm going to start to push down my toes into the ground. Feeling that front of the foot compress into the floor. Again, like I'm hitting a gas pedal on a car. I'm at a light contraction, so about a 3 to 4 out of 10. And I'm keeping consistent with it. So I'm not backing off. I'm not pushing harder and then going lighter. I'm trying to keep it even the whole time for the next 20 seconds. I'm trying to push my knee a little bit farther forward in front of my toes. Still pushing down with the toes into the floor. I feel the back of my calf, low in my calf, the Achilles. 5, 4, 3, 2, backing out of that. Take your feet together. I'm still supporting myself with my hand on this post. Push your knees over the toes. Once again, press down with the toes into the floor. Hold the press down with the toes over the floor, and I'm going to take my knees out to the side. My whole foot's on the ground. I'm pushing my knees to the right as much as I can. Coming back forward over my toes as far as I can. So it's like I'm doing a half circle, going to the left side as much as I can, still pushing the toes down. Knees over the toes as much as I can, to the right. Back over the toes. Toes are pushing into the floor on both sides. To the left as much as I can. From the left, back forward. To the right. I'm feeling a bunch of muscles in the front of my shin, the back of the ankle, in my feet. to the left, one more pass, pushing the toes down like I'm hitting a gas pedal with both my feet, to the right, from the right, over the toes, holding over the toes for 3, 2, come back straight.